Okay, so I don't really have much of an update, but I have some things I'm excited about. Okay. I went out today, but I didn't do anything crazy. I just went to like two thrift stores and then I went to Barnes and Noble and then I went to the same cat place that I mentioned in a previous video. So I hung out with cats and went to Barnes and Noble. And yeah. Um There's my hair. My last I said I was gonna post a part two of my last video because I was dyeing my hair in that. But after I ended the recording, well, it automatically ended because I paused it and then set a timer, but when I exited it out, it ended. Anyways, after that happened, I kind of realized I was like, well, I mean, there was some things I wanted to show you guys, but it was just like little figurines and like some of my little collectibles and, like Pokemon cards. I just wanted to like show off some little bits of some of my collections. Um, but besides from that, there really wasn't like anything else for me to like do, since I had to like wash my hair, rinse my hair outside with like an outside shower, like that wasn't really something I could record because there's nowhere for me to like set up my phone, you know? So, and like that wouldn't be that interesting and it kind of takes a bit of time, it's literally just me sitting there in the grass like rinsing my hair out. So, I can't really talk during that. So, I figured, there wasn't really much of a point. But yeah. So, anyways, here's my bright hair. So anyways, I went out today and I went to Barnes and Noble. And I went there and I got sorry. I always forget to turn the air conditioner off before I start. It's automatic, so it turns off and on. So I usually forget because it's always off. Anyways, and I went to Barnes and Noble. I got hold on, a Tokidoki figure. Okay, I only got one, okay. Because I really want, I want almost like every one of these. Okay, but I haven't gotten this specific series yet, just because it just hasn't been in my Barnes and Noble or anywhere recently. So I saw it, like they had like fresh stock. They also had like the farmers market ones. I don't know. Those ones were cute, but with the price of these things being like $16, mm-mm. So, I bought like one recently, so I try to buy them like very unfrequently these days, just because yeah. But I needed to buy this one. So these are all the ones that you can get, okay? So that's the chaser, okay? So the ones I wanted most was the chaser. Her name's Ophelia. And then I really wanted Shellscape. And then who else did I want? Honestly, I would have been fine with any of them. I also wanted these two right here. They all look really cute. Though, I don't know. There's none of them that I don't like. But I'd say those were this one and this one were like my top three. Okay. And I opened up the box, okay? And they come in this little bag. Okay, I've obviously already opened them. So I pull it out and then underneath there's another one. And so at first I'm like, because I've gotten some of the boxes have multiple bags in them, but usually they're different sizes, but because sometimes they come with little accessories, but I was looking and I'm like, none of these show any possible accessories, maybe but I was like, okay, maybe it's just not something that's pictured, whatever, I guess there's a little crab on the box and shell, But I was feeling it and I'm like, this feels really hefty. Like, this feels like another figure. So, and they're like, both the bags are the exact same weight. So I opened the first bag, okay? And guess who I get? The chaser, okay? And then I open the second bag. Okay, mind you, this is a factory error. So the fact that I got two figures in one box is crazy. And the fact that I got two chasers is even more crazy. They are so cute. I am so obsessed. I always loved the Mermicornos, okay? When I was a kid, I had a lot of the figures, which have all been lost, unfortunately, which I'm really sad about. And every time I look them up online, the specific ones I had as a kid, they're so fucking expensive for no reason. I'm like, seriously? Like, it's only been like fucking 8 years since I've had these things, okay? Like, they're not that old. They're not that old. So, anyways, I'll eventually buy back some of the ones I had as a kid. I have a couple of them, but just most of my collection's gone. From moving a lot as a kid. Um, anyways, um, I've always loved the Mermicornos, and I don't think I really had any figures of the Mermicornos. There's not. I don't know if there's that many Mermicorno figures. I really don't. I don't know. I should probably look into that. But what I did have was the Mermicorno plushies. I had so many of those. I still have a couple of them. I have a few. I have only one or two from my childhood, and then I have a few that I've thrifted in my like teenage years and adult years. So, yeah. But I'm so excited because I love the Mermicornos so much. So the fact that I got two chasers, I mean, I guess it would have been cooler if I got two separate figures, you know? Because realistically, I don't need two figures. But the chances, what makes it so cool is just like if you look it up, like what are the chances of getting two figures in one Tokidoki box? It'll be like almost 0%. And then like you add in the factor that it's a chaser, like it should be a 0% chance. But like it's, obviously it's not, but this is such a rare thing because it's like it's a factory error. And I guess it makes sense that it's the same figure, because like well, I don't really know how they package them, but if it's done by machine, I guess it makes sense that like it accidentally put two of the same figure in one because I doubt it's like one figure coming out of a little tube into a box, another figure coming out of that same tube into another box. Like I doubt it's like that. Like I'm sure it makes sense that like each figure that's packaged like is packaged away from like they're packaged individually. Like it's not like I don't know how to explain. Sorry, that makes no sense. I don't think you got. Sorry, I'm not articulating my thoughts well. Point is, this is rare as fuck. It makes sense that I got two of the same ones, but that's still so crazy. The fact that it's the chaser. No, because it's so funny because I always like hover my hand over the boxes and it was a fresh set as well. I'm so curious. Wait. So like how, they have like the set, like not the set, but they have all the boxes in like, the big box. Do all of those boxes come from like were they manufactured together or do they just put random ones in like the little display box? Because I'm so curious as if to like if these other ones also have two. Wait. uh Maybe I should check it out. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. But anyways, this is just so cool. I'm so excited about this. Nobody understands how excited this makes me. um yes. So they're so cute. They weirdly though, they kind of feel like oily. Like they have a little bit of a weird feeling to them. I should probably wash these. Like, I don't know. but they're so cute. Ugh, I'm in love. Anyways, um, which is so crazy. I'm so upset because after I bought it, I was like, okay, like I'm gonna go to my car and I'm gonna record myself opening this and I'll do my daily little video diary thing, you know? But then when I got to my car, I was so hot and I was just like, I'm gonna head home, like, you know. And then I opened it when I got home, you know, and I was like so bummy. Like, I put on my little pajamas and comfortable clothes. And then I was like, no, there's no reason to record this. Like, I don't have that much to say anyway. And then I opened it, and as soon as there were fucking 2 bags in there, I regretted it. Because I'm like, bro, is anyone even gonna believe me? You know? But I only have 1 box, and then I have the 2 trash, like the 2 things, the 2 little bags that they came in. So, anyways, um, let's see. I bought tickets to go see Trash and adjust the sales. Sorry, I can't fucking speak. Anyways, because they're going on tour and tickets just became available today, and it was like only $24 per ticket. And the date that they're coming to my like area lines up perfectly. Like, it's on my friend's birthday, on my best friend's birthday, so she really wanted to go. Okay, and I was like, oh my god, like I really want to go too. And then she texted me today and she was like, the tickets are on sale now, they're only like $24. And I was like, oh my god, wait, I'm good to buy my ticket today, you know. And but then I was like, I thought about it and I said, wait, I said, don't buy your ticket yet, hold on. And then I bought both of their tickets. So it's technically an early birthday thing, but it doesn't, like, I don't, like, that's not like, I'm gonna get her like actual birthday gifts, you know? Um, so I guess this counts as a birthday gift, you know? Super early birthday gift that like lines up on her birthday, you know? It's kind of a birthday thing. Like, we're doing it for her birthday, and I bought her ticket for her in celebration of her birthday, you know, since it lines up with her birthday. But like, it's not something I could like, because if I didn't tell her I bought them, she'd buy her own ticket and they're non-refundable. So, you know, I had to tell her, you know. But I was still like kind of a surprise. So I bought tickets for that today. So it was like less than $50 for 2 tickets. So I'm very excited for that. And then we are both going to see Wolf and Bear. I think I've already mentioned this, but we're going to see Wolf and Bear in November, which is like 5 days after my birthday. So I think it's funny that we're going to concerts together around both of our birthdays. So I'm excited for that. I've already seen Wolf and Bear live, but they were opening for Dance Gavin Dance. I have their set list. I will be scoring another one. The venue they're playing at is much smaller than the venue we saw Dance Gavin Dance at. Um, to like the point where like you're like pretty up close and personal with them. So I'm very excited about that. And I got my friend into Wolf and Bear and she like has fallen in love with them. So I'm very excited to do that with her because I'm excited for her to experience that because we were Barricade at Dance Gavin Dance, and Dance Gavin Dance wasn't her first concert. It was like what, her second, third. Like, she hasn't been to that many, and she hasn't been to any concerts of that genre before. So it was her first time. So I'm very excited for her to get the chance to actually be like pretty much almost like face to face with these people because we were already super close, but like there was a pretty big gap between Barricade and the stage was high up and there was hella security. This venue's a lot more chill. So I am very excited to be with her while she experiences this because like to me there's like no better feeling than being at a concert, you know, getting to be close, you know, like all that. Like, so I'm so excited for her to experience that for like the first time on like, you know, kind of like that level, you know. So I'm so excited. So we have that plans as well. And then we're hanging out tomorrow, okay? Like, and our original plan was just like meet up at 10:30 in the morning. I'm gonna go pick her up, and I have to go pick up some like last minute essentials for my apartment because I'm moving out in like 10 days. 10 days. I've like, oh my god. Time has passed so quickly. I'm happy because I was like having a hard time and I was feeling restless because like, you know, I'm like, just like, it sucks having to wait, but I've passed my time pretty well, and then time is moving like very quickly. So I'm so excited. So, you know, like, so I was basically gonna take her to run some errands, and then like we'd figure out something to do afterwards. We're still gonna do that, but oh my god, I'm gonna butcher this, okay? So there's this one artist, okay? I think her name is pronounced Devi. It's the same spelling as Davy, and that's why it kind of throws me off. But Devi, I've heard her say her name, and I believe she pronounces it Devi. Yeah. And her last name is what is it? Devi McCallion? Yeah, McCallion? McCallion. I'm probably saying that wrong too. And I swear, you guys are probably like, do you not like you don't even know who she is. But she goes by so many different like artist names, you know? So she produces music under like a lot of different names. And when I got into her like middle school-ish, and I knew her as Mom. Okay, like my first song that I heard by her was Joyful Thought by her under the name of Mom, okay? So, and then like I listened to a few of like, you know, her other things. I don't know if like a couple of her other projects, you know. So, I only like the past year have I known like no, actually it's been longer than the past year. Past like year and a half. Okay, I've you know actually recognized like, oh, this is her actual name, okay? You know, because she does produce music under her actual name as well, which I do listen to. And so I'm like, oh, okay. This is all the same person. This is her actual name. But I'm so used to her name being pronounced as Davy, not Devi. So like that threw me off. But her last name is spelled like McCallion. 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 There's no other way to pronounce that, is there? Anyways, I sound dumb as fuck, and I'm probably butchering her name, but I do love her and I do love her music. So, I don't know. I've also just like I've never been. I don't. I don't even know the names of like the members from my favorite bands. I don't know. I don't pay attention to stuff like that. I'm more into the music aspect than I am into like the whole knowing everything about their personal lives aspect that a lot of other fans of like the music I like seem to be into. I don't know. I just don't understand it. Like I understand I know some like basic facts about like the really big emo bands, you know, but that's just like cuz it's hard not to see that stuff when you listen to the music. All the other fans talk about it, so you're bound to know at least some things, you know. So I know like a lot of really basic information about some of the larger bands. Like I know some names of like the people in the larger bands, you know. I know like, you know, but that's just like in the popular bands because people talk about it. So like you can't really avoid that information. But I don't go out of my way to like look up who is the lead singer of blah blah blah. Who are they married to? How many kids do they have? When was the exact time, including the hour, minute, and second they were born? I don't know. I'm just not like that. I don't know. I don't see the point. I just like the music. Sorry. I don't know why that's so uncommon, but yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I know that she was on tour because I follow her on Instagram, you know, and I looked at her tour dates and I didn't see that she was coming to my city for some reason because I saw her posting like flyers and clips from her shows, and I was like, oh my god, I wish she was coming here, you know, and I checked and she wasn't, even though I guess I'm just blind as a bat. The only reason I know is because I'm a part of like the rave scene in my city, you know, the local music scene, local rave scene, all of it. Okay. And one of my not one of, but like my all-time favorite local DJ in my city, um we follow each other, and she posted on her story like, a little concert flyer and something about like an address changing. And I was looking because I was like, okay, like I've been trying to find some events to go out to. Like, let me see what this is about. And I see Debbie's name on it. And I'm like, wait a second. So I'm looking and I see like a long list of like some local artists, some DJs, and then like, and then smack on the top is Debbie. And I'm like, no, that's not true. Like, maybe these are just all DJs like spinning her music, you know? Maybe that's it. But her name's plastered right up on it. So I go to her Instagram account. Yeah, it's her. She's having a show tomorrow night. It's a house show. Just performing in someone's house. I mean, I guess I guess she's not that popular. I mean, she is, isn't she? I mean, I know she's not like mega, but like, anyways, so that's so crazy. So I texted my friend. I said, hey, are you into this person by any chance? Do you listen to them? And I would have gone even if my friend was like, no, I don't want to go to this with you. But yeah, so we're going together. It's only like $15. I'm like, okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna meet up still 10:30 in the morning. She has an errand that we're gonna run together, and then we're gonna go run my errand at Target because she's very excited to help me with my apartment process. Okay, and we're gonna be moving in together once my lease is up. The time just didn't align this summer, so next summer we're gonna be moving in together. So I'm very excited. Anyway, so she's very excited to help me with this process and be a part of it. So I'm just gonna, but I'm like literally like I just need to pick up new pillows, pillowcases, some like bathroom towels, bath mat, like a kitchen trash can, just like basic shit. Like that's like just really basic things that are like necessities, and then like like dish soap, like silverware, toilet paper, paper towels, and like those sort of essentials as well. So, just because my father's on a trip right now and he gets back the 16th. So I start paying for my place the August of 15th, but I can't move in until the 17th because my dad doesn't get home till the 16th and I can't move my stuff there without him. Because all my stuff is in big like 29-gallon like totes. So yeah. So we're like renting a whole like van and we're making a whole ordeal out of it. So anyways, which will be on the 17th. Okay. So anyways, so I'm just like when he comes back, we're gonna like early morning 17th, we're gonna be moving all my stuff and like so we won't and he's helping his wife's son move out as well. We're both moving like the exact same day, moving out the exact same day. So basically like there's not really any time to go out and get those things. I mean, I could do it by myself, but anyways, I enjoyed the company. I figured, I might as well like I need to get these things out of the way, and think ahead because I don't want to have to do a million trips to the store just because like I forgot something, like I have to keep going back and forth, so I'm just knocking out the essentials out of the way now, just the last minute things that I don't have yet. So yeah, and then we'll do that, and then eventually, like once we're done with that, we'll head back to my place, and I'm gonna freshen up, change my outfit, basically get ready for the concert, and then we'll head out to the city, and we'll get there a bit early, and we'll dilly dally, do whatever, and then go to the concert. Um, so yes, so I'm very excited for that. So I'm very excited. So this is only my second concert that I've taken my friend to. I've yeah. After I have 3 concert tickets, three, yeah, 3 concert tickets, okay? And I have, the one for tomorrow night, and then Trash and Adjust the Sails, and then in December, and then in November is Wolf and Bear. So after Adjust the Sails, if I don't go to any more concerts in between now and then, that will be 22 concerts I've been to. Good Lord, I'm having a stroke that I've been to in my entire life. Okay. But I will be going to more concerts and shows in between there. So, anyways, I'm so excited. So, yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, I've been to so many. But even though I've been to a lot, I'm kind of like, I like going to concerts alone. I don't like being perceived when I'm like dancing or moving around or singing along, but I've been friends with this chick for like 3 years, so figured it was time, so she's a great concert buddy. So we're both great. So I'm excited for this. So I'm excited to have like all these concert plans together because I do like going with her. So yeah. Besides that, remember how I said that the situation, if you don't know who the situation is, watch my other video diaries. I don't fucking know. Video diaries? Yeah. Go watch my other ones. Because there's literally my first video diary is called The Situation. That video will tell you everything that you need to know. So, the situation, he's been back in my life, but he kind of hasn't been texting me too much. He's like low-key ghosting me, but still follows me on Instagram. On Thursday, it happened. He officially blocked me. No reason. I don't know why. Like, we were barely texting. So, I don't know. I cried a lot about it when it happened, and thank God I had therapy that morning. I woke up, cried, and immediately drove to my therapy session. So, but that therapy did help. So I am feeling not that bad about it. I think the only thing that will suck is when I tell my friend that he's ghosting me, because I haven't brought it up to her. So, yeah. I just feel like I just don't want to really deal with the judgment from it because he's fucked me over in the past before, and my best friend doesn't like him. Nobody in my life likes him because of like, how he's left in the past. So, I just don't want to deal with like, oh, I told you so, or oh, he sucks, I hate him, he's a terrible person, because I don't have any bad feelings towards him. And I'm not gonna really dive into this, I don't want this video to be too long, but, it's a complicated thing, and the reality is that nobody will understand it, like, completely grasp it, unless they are physically in my body, with my mind, experiencing this situation. So, the reality is that because, like, yes, people can, grasp the concept and, like, they can understand to an extent, but because you aren't experiencing my exact feelings, my exact thoughts, and those aren't things that I can, like, really articulate, you just will never fully be able to understand. So, and I acknowledge when he does wrong, like, he has fucked me over, but it's never actually been a malicious thing. I don't know how to explain it, but anyways, I just don't want to deal with, like, people telling me, like, whatever. I don't want to deal with people talking badly about him to me, because, like, I don't know, for some reason people think it's justified to talk bad about someone when you open up about being hurt. I don't know. Whatever. Like, if I'm not talking bad about them, then you don't either. But I get it. She does come from a place of love, you know, so I understand it, and I don't hold anything against her for, you know, not liking him. I think it's completely fair and valid to not like him. But I don't know. I just don't want to deal with it. I don't know if I'll bring it up tomorrow or not. Maybe she asks, but I don't want to deal with it because I know like he's gonna come back into my life, and I just don't want to deal with people being like, you know, I don't know. And part of me just wants to lie and say that maybe I'm the one who cut things off, that, you know, I wasn't ready, that I just need more time, you know, to myself. But I just like, I don't know. I know it's like not good to lie to people, but like, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. I just don't want to deal with anything, you know. So, cause I'm like, the thing is, like, I'm okay about it right now, you know, but the moment I have people, you know, pitying me or telling me how much he sucks or, you know, analyzing, giving their 2 cents on the situation, like, I don't want to have to think about it, you know, because I feel like at that point when that happens, I'm just going to feel more upset about it, okay? Because, like, I've found peace with it. I understand, like, I don't know. It's such a stupid situation, and because it's so stupid, I don't want to deal with it, you know? Like, you know, I have a lot more important things going on in my life right now than the situation. You know, I have a lot of love with, like, I have a lot of love for him, you know, and I'm disappointed, and I'm upset over it, but I'm not upset enough to fucking like stop dead in my tracks. Like, I'm about to move out. I have so many concert plans. I have so many plans. I have so many traveling plans. I just have a lot going on in my life. You know, I'm about to start school at the end of this month. You know, I have a lot going on. Okay, like I have a lot more important things to focus on, you know, than a guy who I know will return back into my life. You know, why am I gonna waste all my time dreading it and then listening to everyone put in their 2 cents about the situation that they don't know a lot about. You know, I don't know. I don't know. So I'm dreading having to tell her. I technically don't have to tell her, but I probably will. I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it out. But anyways, overall, I've been good. I like I like my figures. Oh, and I have a shopping addiction. I mean, I've always known that, but I have an online shopping addiction, which I've also always known. But as of recently, it's gotten bad. I have 5 Monster High dolls on the way, and one shirt. So I think I mentioned three, in my. What the fuck is wrong with me? I hold up the wrong number of fingers every time. Three. The last time I talked on here, I talked about having. I ordered 3 Monster High dolls. And as of today, number's gone up by 2. So I have 5 on the way. I have Dance Class Halloween complete on the way. I only paid like $12 for her. And then I have Dance Class Operetta on the way. I have Great Scary Reef, Frankie, you know, the one where she's a electric eel. A lot of people hate it. I like it. I have Dot Dead Gorgeous Laguna on the way. And then I have. Really blank. Oh, I have Ghouls Alive Claudine on the way, who's also in perfect condition. Most of these guys are in like really good condition. You know, of course, a couple of them missing some accessories, you know, whatever. But look wise, they look pretty good. So I'm very excited for those. And then the shirt I have, I think I've mentioned it. Yeah, I have mentioned it. It's just like an Iron Fist shirt. Ooh. So I'm very excited. But I do need to stop buying things, you know, because I don't know. All of them are like under $20, and I've got most of them for about the $12 to $14 range. But I don't know. I need to stop. I need to take a break because like if I don't stop, I'm just gonna keep buying, and then like I don't know. So I do need to put a pause in it because I am for my birthday in November, and then for like Christmas in December. November and December, once I move into my new place, since I don't have anything major to save for in the near future, I'm gonna set aside some money from my new job. And so for like November and December, so around those times, I can um just treat myself with a lot of things that I want, because there are so many things that I want. So I've created a list, and I'm gonna set aside some money so I have like a bit of a large budget to spend on all of these things that I want, you know? So I do need to stop, because like I do want it to be special. You know, I don't want this to be like a regular occasion where I'm like buying a bunch of these, you know? Because I'm also just not like that. Like I don't really like I don't know. One, I like finding things in person. You know, like it is nice to find, like when I find cheap things online, I'm like, oh, what a score. You know, I don't buy things unless they're cheap. So, you know, but I do want to be able to like actually do something special for myself, because I never do. I don't celebrate my birthday. I also don't celebrate Christmas. I celebrate Christmas Eve, if that makes sense. It doesn't make sense. But my celebration, is just like eating like charcuterie, watching like the Polar Express and some other films, and then like I do when I'm with family, or with my mom. I don't really celebrate Christmas on my father's side, um, but um, I did last Christmas, but with my mom, we open our gifts at midnight, because that was my grandmother's tradition and her grandma's tradition and her tradition as a kid, you know. But when she married my dad, you know, since he didn't have that same, because like the family she comes from, majority of it, on her mom's side is like all forms of like Mexican, you know. So it's like a Mexican tradition to open the gifts at midnight, I believe. I don't know. So that's always been like her tradition growing up, but she gave that up when, you know, she married my dad. So since they've been divorced, and since I've been back in contact with my mom since I was like 13 or 14, we've done gifts at midnight. But I don't really do anything for Christmas Day. At most, Christmas Day is kind of just like the day you take to like go attend other like families' fiascos. Like, you know, with when I spend like Christmas at my mom's, you know, so like we do our whole thing Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day is just like we'll go like, you know, if my sister has something going on with her family, or you know, if her husband has something going on with his family, like we'll attend that, you know. So it's like Christmas Day is kind of just like appealing to like the family, like, you know, just visiting with family, but not so much like a celebration, you know, because like they celebrate on Christmas Day, but like we don't. So it's like, you know, we're kind of just there, you know. So it's kind of a family thing. But since I'll be living on my own, I won't be visiting my mom on Christmas as much. Probably, you know, I mean, I still want to, but I'm definitely not going to this year. I don't think. I mean, that could change, but anyways, so it's like I don't do anything on Christmas Day if there's like if I'm not at my mom's, cuz like this past Christmas, you know, I was here with my dad. So, like I didn't do anything Christmas Day. We did Christmas Eve, and then that's it, cuz he also is kind of just a Christmas Eve person as well. But like the whole gift aspect is like I think he does Christmas Day normally, but we did open gifts on Christmas Eve just because he had like plans. So, anyway, I was like, I don't want to make this video too long, and I just spent however long talking about fucking Christmas. Anyways, point is, I've bought so much stuff, but I do need to restrain myself, because I do want to do something special for my birthday and for Christmas. So, yeah. Anyways, so I'm excited for all the stuff I have coming in the mail. I have 3 concert tickets, and there will be many more. You know, I'm just excited, you know. Okay, bye.